Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Rebuilding in Recovery. My name is Tracy. I am a psychotherapist and a recovering addict. And Rebuilding in Recovery is where I share my experiences to help you break the cycles of addiction and build a happy, successful life in recovery. Today, I am sharing with you the first step in my Suboxone wean down process. Before we start, take a second to hit the subscribe, like it, comment, all the things. You can find how to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Patreon, as well as participate in my recovery support services down below the video. So if you have not watched my last video describing the time that I almost relapsed, I highly suggest you watch that one first, because today I'm going to be talking about the first step in the Suboxone wean down process. I am 9 years into my recovery from heroin addiction. At about 5 years in, I experienced a very triggering time in my life, and I got on Suboxone to avoid relapse. It did indeed help me avoid relapse. It actually saved my life, and 2 years later, I am now in a stronger mindset. Relapse is not a concern for me, and I am now ready to leave that phase of my recovery behind me. If you are thinking that you may be ready to leave that behind as well, I'd like to go over a few of the signs that you may be ready to wean down. So basically, I feel that you are ready to wean down if you are handling and processing life in a healthy way. If you get stressed out, do you immediately run and take some of your medication? Or if you feel sad or stressed out, do you immediately self-medicate with something else like alcohol or marijuana or anything like that? I would suggest that you don't start a wean down when you are in the middle of some really stressful life events, such as a new death or divorce. If you can go through the day and not be constantly thinking about your medication, if you may even be able to skip doses sometimes or forget to take your dose sometimes, then you're probably in a good spot to wean down. However, if you are constantly thinking, when's the next time I can take my medication? Can I do it yet? Maybe I'm taking a little more than I should. Maybe I'm taking it a little sooner because I just can't wait to take it. You're probably not at a good place to wean down. If you are managing stress and emotions in life in a healthy way, if you are not counting down the minutes to your next dose, if you don't have any super stressful life events going on, then you may be ready to wean down. Now, the wean down process is something that I'm going to be taking very, very slowly. I have always been when it comes to detox, but I actually don't intend to feel those symptoms at all. I intend to take this wean down so slow. I'm talking over the period of a year or two to the point where no symptoms will be felt. Now, I struggled to find a calendar for this. My doctor actually does not have any type of tools to wean down, so I've had to figure this out on my own, which I think that is insane. I think if you're going to run an MAT program, you need to have an adequate way to get people off of MAT when it is time. So that was very disappointing to find out about this program. And if any programs are out there that do not have a fixed routine for exiting MAT programs, shame on you. So I developed this wean down calendar partially on my own and partially from the channel Discovering Nicole, which is also here on YouTube. She gave a wean down calendar. She works and has experience with addiction as well. I've been watching her channel, and she provided a calendar as well to form my 12 to 18 month wean down calendar. So I am currently on 16 milligrams of Suboxone. I take 8 in the late morning and I take 8 in the early evening. I intend to wean down slowly over the period of 12 to 18 months. The very first move that I'm going to make is to cut down from 16 milligrams to 14 milligrams. That may seem like a big jump. However, when you're on a higher dose, 14 milligrams is still a pretty high dose, so I feel like I can probably make that jump without experiencing any significant impact. Everybody is different, so I really suggest listening to your body. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these jumps and then give myself a month or more to adjust to them. So I plan to take 14 milligrams instead of 16 milligrams for the period of 1 month. And then after that, I will make my next jump to 12 milligrams. Now, keep in mind, this schedule was not created by a doctor. This is simply my own opinion, what I think will be effective, and what I've picked up from other people around the internet. But basically, what this schedule looks like is each drop would last for a period of 1 month or more, depending. First drop is going to be from 16 to 14. I'm going to leave it on that for a month. From 14 to 12, leave it on that for a month. 12 to 10, leave it on that for a month. Now, when we get down to 8 milligrams and less, I will probably do longer, maybe 1 to 2 months for each drop, especially when we get down to the very end. That's even going to be broken up into 0.25 milligrams and then even spread out to every other day instead of every day. But this is a flexible calendar also. I'm just going to kind of go by how I feel. If I feel like I am not ready to move down, then I'm going to hold off a few weeks. Or if I feel like that was too much of a jump, then I may go back up for a few weeks. I'm going to really move slow and really listen to my body, and we're going to do it. Now, like I said, I don't want to hear any horror stories, but if you guys have any calendars that have worked for you, I would love to see that below in the comments. But I will update you guys probably with every drop. Starting today, I'm going to be dropping from 16 to 14, and I'm going to do 14 for 1 month. So I will update you guys and let you know how the 14 is going and if I noticed anything whatsoever, which I don't think I will. So the first one might be a little boring, hopefully, but I will keep you updated. Let me know if you have any questions, if you have any tips down below in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.